Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Chariots of the Pods, your favorite Stargate SG-1 rewatch podcast. It is your favorite. This is me. This is I. Hello, I'm Adam. I'm the host. I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
Salutations.
Also, as always, by Jason.
I've been asked if I could do a Bane voice, and I'm not sure I can, so I don't think I will.
Okay, that's gonna be a problem.
Wait, you
And
want
then
me to do
our
a Bane voice?
very special guest star this week is Justin.
Hi. With enough post-processing, anyone can do a Bane voice. Don't worry, we have computers.
Finally,
Bane's
something
always
to
got
use
computers.
computers with.
Listen, they're
And-
good for more than just pornography and stealing music.
But those are the two things that everyone. Okay, I'm not going to finish that.
And stealing sports.
Yeah, that was
And-
the mid 2000s go to. If you got a computer, hell
Just-
yeah.
Piracy and pornography.
got
That's
that
what I do.
Napster?
Only two reasons to own a computer.
You got that bear share.
And playing Quake.
That's only if you're a
Depends which version
hardcore
you're playing.
gamer. Okay, so this week we have the next 4 episodes of Stargate Season 2, episodes 9 through 12, the Jacob Carter saga. Now everyone here gets that joke. So we start with episode 9, Secrets. It's kind of a bifurcated deal where there's an A and a B plot, but they're both A and B plots. They're of equal weight, equal size. Where O'Neill and Carter go to Washington around, meet Carter's dad, and Jackson and Teal could go back to Abydos because it's been 1 year in the show since the pilot, I guess, or I guess about a year. And then a whole bunch of stuff happens with Shaw Ray and a pregnancy and giving birth, and Harrower shows up. And everyone's like, "Whoa, it's Harrower!" You know, the guy from that episode that just happened.
Yeah, what was that like? Is that like 3 episodes ago or 4 episodes ago?
Two or three.
I mean, he
episodes
only
ago.
has like 4 minutes of screen time during the episode.
Yeah, 3 episodes
like last
ago in Thor's Chariot.
3 episodes ago. Some stuff happens. There's stuff with a baby, and for some reason the baby that does not go back to Earth. We'll get to it. There's a fun knife bit there. But yeah, does that seem to cover it? Kind of a
Well,
scattershot.
I mean, I guess like if you want to go a little bit more into the B plot, which is also kind of like an A plot, there's this whole thing between Carter and her now introduced father and a journalist who knows about the SGC.
Which is the funniest joke I've seen in this fucking show so far.
That journalist
We'll get to that.
would
We'll
do
get to that.
any- Hey, you know what? If you want to do it, let's do it. We're here.
Okay, so here's how the journalist C plot ends up, right? So this journalist kind of hounds O'Neill for a bit while they're at this ceremony, which I have my own questions about why O'Neill is at a ceremony, but we'll go past that for the moment. And this journalist somehow got a recording about the Stargate and about he somehow got information about the Stargate program. And
Like files.
yeah, like something leaked or just he got in the base, something, I don't know. So he towards the end of the episode, like they're sitting outside of some
building.
awards hall, and the journalist is talking to O'Neill, and O'Neill constantly denies anything and kind of just laughs it off as who's going to believe you. And then the journalist just gets frustrated. He walks off set, and then he gets run over by a car.
Yeah, he does.
Yep.
Yeah, and then dies within seconds.
And I fucking laughed my ass off.
While saying you did this.
Yeah,
did
the
this,
last
yeah.
thing he does is he looks O'Neill in the face and he say, "Croaks, you did this," and then he just dies.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
then-
like
And
I
then
probably
O'Neill
should.
has blood on his hands. Which is,
Maybe I'm being
that's
callous. Maybe I'm being callous. In fact, I'm definitely being callous. but I laughed my ass off.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I think this is the last we hear of this. Like, this just literally gets resolved by him getting hit by a car.
Yeah. But like, there's no investigation into like how this information got out. It doesn't get brought up again. If I would like to think that if a top secret U.S. military person had some random journalist show up and start asking him questions about something that no one is supposed to know about, for one, I'm pretty sure that journalist would get arrested on the spot. For two, there would be an immediate, hopefully, there would be an immediate investigation into how that information got out in the first place.
I mean, have you ever heard of the War Thunder forum?
So,
first thing, I know about War Thunder.
Yeah, so first thing, this was the 90s between the Cold War and 9/11, so maybe not arrested on the spot, but definitely some guys show up like an hour later and give him a talking to.
So people show up and like they put him into a car and they're like, "We're gonna drive somewhere. We're gonna talk to you.
We're gonna drive around in circles for a bit and let's have a talk."
Yeah.
But yes, also I think they hinted there is like an investigate. There's something going on, just doesn't involve O'Neill or the SGC as to being buried.
Like, maybe this is me getting into spoiler territory, but I honestly don't remember this ever coming up again.
No, it doesn't.
But it's kind of funny because like in a better, let's just say in a better written show, this would have been like a subplot that started where like, you know, throughout the episodes people are talking about like, so we need to figure out the leak, like that sort of thing. No, it's just never mentioned again.
Yeah, this seems like a setup for a major like B plot throughout the season.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't happen. I mean, we do get a setup for a B plot that happens throughout the season, but like it's not the one you think.
No, well, I think this kind of sets that up because it's pretty obvious from what I guess division, department, or whatever the leak's coming from. Because if it's not the SGC, it has to be the guys who keep hounding the SGC for alien technology, right?
Probably.
Let's just assume that. And that's gonna be a major B plot, but it's silly. This is very silly because, all right, look, something bothers me when the journalist first confronts O'Neill. It's in a bar that I guess is nearby the place in downtown Washington D.C. There's a bartender there. There's patrons. There's people in the bar,
and nobody ever hears this.
And this guy is openly talking about the Stargate program. Pulls out a tape recorder and plays the thing with the bartender in earshot. You're trying to get stuff out.
I mean, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Bartenders probably hear a lot of bullshit, and they just try not to think about it. I bet. Like I could totally believe that bartender would hear that whole conversation and go, "I don't want to know."
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing this in a very public place with multiple people in earshot.
Maybe it was the bartender. He's like, "You're not going to get me, Pinkerton, you son of a bitch."
Yeah, but if you're the journalist, you're not going to do that someplace private. I mean, it's likely Jack pulls out a knife and like starts interrogating him on the scene, like in some shady alley. At least in a bar, you have some protection.
But also, you're not going to confront like the subject of your thing, who's like school work, like Black Ops Special Forces guy. You're not going to go up to that guy and be like, "Hey, I know something about your secret." You're not.
Have you ever met an investigative journalist?
That's not how that.
You know like how brazen those guys can be. It's like I know the truth.
Maybe. I feel like investigative journalism nowadays is just like, what did I find out on Twitter?
That's nowadays. That's nowadays.
I would like to
25 years ago.
There is something I'd like to roll this back and talk about something else. There's something related somewhat. Why were they being invited to an awards ceremony in the first place? Why would
Because
you
they
take
saved the
these
planet.
top secret people on one of the most who are all working on one of the most secret projects the US has at the moment and bring them to a public award ceremony? Like, why would they need to be there?
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, that's stupid. But like the reason why they gave them was because they literally saved the planet.
I think it was supposed to be like a private thing with the president. That's
Yeah, but there are
the
some people there
impression
who
I
don't
got.
know anything about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
like her
it's
father.
it's just the president giving the medal to 2 Air Force officers. It happens every day.
But
Mhm.
but for top secret stuff, where like in the metal records, it's just like redacted. The reason why, you do that like in the Oval Office. There's no one. There only people involved are there. You know, you have like a quick 10-minute thing, and then everyone shovels out, and no one talks about it. You don't set up a venue with with catering. You don't cater that.
Yeah, but
I
I
know
don't know.
it's just
This
an
is more of
excuse.
an excuse. Yeah, this is an excuse to introduce Carter's dad, right?
Yeah,
Really,
pretty
that's
much.
what this. And to have her hound her about like, oh, your dream was to go into space. I can get you into NASA, and her just kind of be like, I can't do it. It's really important. I can't tell you why.
She's like, I've been to space. I can't tell you I've been to space. Oh boy.
Yeah,
And
and I
that's
guess
fun.
yeah, and
That
this all
part's
accumulates with like him saying like, hey, I got cancer. Bye.
He does just kind of drop that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
There's
don't you
not really a
feel
good. There's
bad?
never a good time to say that, but
yeah. The
there's
show just kind of dumps it there.
the show does go into him being a bad dad.
Yeah.
Or
a little bit.
not awesome dad. Uh
I mean,
as
most
time
Well,
goes
it
on.
seems like
dads are
he's
bad
trying.
dads.
Like he's very good intentioned with what he's wanting to.
Yeah.
Like, if not for the fact that she is literally already traveling in space, I'm pretty sure she would have jumped at this opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying. Not well, and we'll find out more about that in later seasons as time goes
Yeah.
on.
But I feel like we should get into the A plot here, which I think is the dumbest plot I've ever seen in my life. The return to Abydos.
The return to Abydos itself makes sense because in the pilot, it was, hey, we'll come back in a year.
Yeah, they set this up. Which, you know what? They got back that character actor,
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
Omar Sharif back.
which is like,
That's
hey,
cool.
that's kind of cool.
He's
Seeing
still
him
around.
like tap on this camera is like pretty funny. It's like, what is this contraption?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Far fewer extras than ever in Abydos.
Yeah, I feel
Every
like Abydos is just
I-
3 people now.
every time they go to Abydos, there's fewer and fewer extras.
Yeah, it's a real rough shot specifically for Abydos because like what it's not like they have a lack of extras in the other plot, but in this plot they're just yeah, we lost those costumes. It's just this guy. Also,
It's just,
Share's here, and she's been here for like 4 months, I guess.
yeah, she's been here for like several months now. She's been here since her second trimester.
Yeah,
By the way.
yeah. So can I just bring up all the problems with this?
Oh yeah, go
Yeah.
off.
Okay, one,
We don't
Shari's
have-
been here for multiple months, hasn't done anything to try and contact Daniel. 2, they show up, they find her, they don't immediately bring her to Thor's hammer. 3, they have this contemplation about how, oh, like if we bring her back, we're gonna have to keep her under lock and key. It's like you have the solution already. The solution happened 3 episodes ago when they said they would rebuild it, and they would make an exception for Teal'c. She's not an exception. Send her to that planet. Problem solved. What is wrong with all of these people? Why are they all so dumb?
Yeah, anything
Why
else?
are they all so dumb? Like no, like I actually shot that through it really quickly, but like that's all just this A plot only works if the writer just didn't actually like take part in any of the writing prior to the show. Like
And
I feel like
hadn't
this
seen
is
any
I'm not
episodes.
sure if this is a new writer or like a writer that hasn't written an episode yet, but if I feel like they've only read like the titles of episodes and didn't actually know what happened in the show so far.
Agreed. There was something that bothered me is the last time, I think it was like back episode 1, season 1, Daniel tells the guy, hey, bury your Stargate in 1 year, we'll contact you. How did Shaw Ray get back to this planet while the Stargate was buried?
I mean, they have
Spaceship,
spaceships.
probably.
They have spaceships.
They said bury it after a year. I think if we don't
Right.
contact
No,
bury it for a year.
dig it up in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I got the
bury it now,
impression
dig it up.
Shara had been back to Abydos for quite a while.
Yeah,
Yes.
Apophis probably showed up in a ship, dropped her off, and then it was like, okay, go into hiding here, and then left.
Yeah.
Which seems like the worst place for hiding. Why?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty dumb. I guess because all right. So what would be the thinking in the writing here? Because Aminette would go dormant, it would just be the host. So you drop the host off back on her home planet, where they'll take care of her. Won't just shun her and throw her out into like the desert.
I mean, surely
But
you have the
why not
resources.
keep her with you?
Why?
Yeah.
Surely you just have the resources to say, okay, well, here is a prison cell. This is where we're going to stick her for the duration of the pregnancy. Which, that's a cold way of putting it. But Apophis is a cold man.
Yeah. But not even that. Like, even if his intention was like to put her in hiding and dropping her off on this planet, why wouldn't you have a guard contingent on that planet? At least then I could buy the whole thing of like these two showing up and not immediately being able to solve the problem. Like,
Yeah,
the only reason why this problem isn't solved is because they can't rub their brain cells together in this episode for some reason.
like the B plot of like going to the awards ceremony is it's got its stupid bits, but I can mostly buy it. I can't really buy the A plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing that bugged me was the baby is getting all the memories of Apophis and Amut. Isn't it just like a normal human baby?
I know there's
'Cause,
something
like-
special about the baby. They do mention that that the baby would be special. It would make for a better host because of that.
Yeah, I heard that, but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, shouldn't this just be a normal human baby? Because we've seen in past episode, baby Goulds, you keep them in giant water tanks because the female spawns, dozens of them.
Yeah, and gasoline.
Right, and the Goulds are just worms taking over other people's bodies. So, shouldn't this baby just be a normal human baby between the guy Apophis that's taken over and the woman Amut took over? Aminette or whatever.
Evil Share is what I'll call her because I couldn't be
Yes.
bothered to remember her name.
So probably is the answer. That's probably how it should work.
Yeah.
It feels like it goes against the lore that's already been established in earlier episodes.
Yeah, it's not great for the lore having to wrap itself around this little nugget of information.
Like, do we just get into a little bit of trivia that as part of this? Like, so essentially, like the actress who played Share was just actually pregnant. So, like, I guess
Yeah,
I feel like they wrote this plot specifically because she happened to be pregnant. They're like, oh, we could do this. I feel like they didn't think it through.
It's a serious case of an idiot ball plot.
Yeah.
Everyone's holding an idiot ball. That's not how that phrase actually goes. But the point is, the plot only works because everyone is stupid.
Yes. Like
Joke's
even
least
the,
stupid, at least.
like I don't know. It just seems like this whole thing, if written better, you could add the obstacles. Like maybe like they go back and they see Share there, and then the father says, "No, she's here, but we have these guards guarding her, and she's going to give birth soon. Like we need your help." They could do that, right? They could write a story around that to make the constraints of what's going on work.
Yeah,
They don't do that.
You heist the pregnant woman. The pregnant woman goes into labor during the heist. Shenanigans ensue. Hera shows up. There's complications. You could have had O'Neill and Carter there. Yeah, you could have had a plot.
But I don't know. I feel like they split this episode too. Like you could have done an episode of the medals, and you could have done an episode of this plot, but just written better. And I think it would work. It would work better. But I don't know.
Agreed.
it's frustrating too, because like anyone with two brain cells, especially like if you're watching the show in sequential order, like it's one thing if Thor's chariot happens after this, but Thor's chariot happens before this, right? Like
Yeah.
they had the whole conversation where they made some diplomatic relations with Thor's race, and that planet is still there and under Thor's control, and they've rebuilt Thor's hammer. You already have the solution.
Yeah, they're not going to mention other planets they've been to in episodes because of this whole syndication thing.
Yeah, but it's like a frustrating thing when you're watching this episode. Like you're watching this in a sequential order style deal. Like if you're just catching episodes here and there, yeah, I could see this totally flying. But
yeah, like if there's something at the end of Thor's chair where like, oh yeah, and we're bearing the Stargate after you leave. Bye. Like if there was,
or even saying like, well, it'll take us like 6 months to build this, but when it's built, we'll let you know. Like,
yeah, because having all these planets readily accessible at any time means that you need to keep track of what special things you threw in any given planet of the week, because theoretically they could just go there at any time, and that's something that's a problem that Star Trek never really had, because they just left and they left.
Yeah, but even they would do better at calling back to things all the
time. DS9 called back to things. Next Generation original series never called back to anything really that much, and also it was like a character thing. But like they leave the planet, and then it's like, okay, well that was weird, and then they move on. Whereas with Stargate, when they go to a planet, they're opening up something new that you have to take into account as a writer, because it's all easily accessible from anywhere. It's a Stargate universe, you could say.
Yeah. So I couldn't help it. I did look up the writer for this, and I'm not. This isn't me trying to call anyone out specifically, but like, he just started writing on this season. So I fully suspect that the reason why this episode is the way it is because the showrunners just didn't bring him up to speed.
Maybe, or the showrunners had an idea and got compromised from just production being production.
It could be that.
Because things happen. Plans change, pal. You know?
Yeah.
By the way, this is a heavily compromised plot.
Yes. I don't know how else to put it. Like, the actors do well. Like, they're not acting badly. It's just...
Michael Shanks seems to have a hard time here. Like, struggles more than usual.
Yeah.
It feels like.
But it's kind of like one of the, like, how do you channel this scenario? It's like, you've been searching for your wife for a year. She's been kidnapped and possessed by an alien entity. And then you finally see her, and she's pregnant with one of the alien entities, like, kids. Like, that's kind of, that sucks. It's a bad time.
I didn't really bring it up because I wasn't sure how to bring it up, but like, this woman the implication here is that she was raped.
Yes, for all intents and purposes, like, this is essentially rape, no matter how you put it. It's like, oh well, like, the alien controlling her was consenting. Like, no, that doesn't work. Like,
that's not how that works.
Yeah, and also Pops' host wouldn't have consented either. Both hosts were.
Yeah, this is like, yes, this is like double sexual assault.
All kinds of messed up.
Yeah, it's a bad situation all the way around.
Yeah, like there's these two parasites are making their hosts do the essay for their own amusement.
Yeah,
and again, reason number 109 why the Goulds are pure evil.
Yes, and I mean, at the same time, like, I feel like this is the only thing that this episode kind of tries to sort of work with, but it doesn't necessarily do a great job of it. Like, it's I don't know if it's because they're saying, well, like, oh well, Share's more from a primitive planet, so she's kind of like just more worried that like Daniel doesn't love her anymore, and it's like I don't know. I feel like you could have done it better. Like, the actual horror of this is like quite like this is a horrible situation on top of another horrible situation, but it's like another layer of horror added to it, right? And I don't think they land just how terrible this is.
They don't even really graze what you're talking about. That they might not have thought of that.
Yeah.
When writing this.
On top of that, Teal'c wants Daniel to take Shar-Ray back to Earth so, SG Command can interrogate the ghoul that's in Shar-Ray. Don't forget about that plot.
Yes, which I feel is outside of Teal'c's character. It doesn't make sense for him to try and do something like that.
Yeah,
and also like we already. Before. I mean, if we want to do that, we already know that like when a person recovers from being infected by a Goa'uld, because we've seen two people who have before, like Carter and that woman who was on Thor's planet.
Yep.
And they both had memories from the Goa'uld that infected them. So.
I mean, if Teal'c's motivation was this is bad, we gotta go right now. Grab your wife and we're leaving.
This whole thing.
If that was his whole motivation, then that would work better.
This whole thing is fixed by what Yatsu has said, though. Knock her out, take her back to the Stargate, go to Thor's hammer, get rid of the Goa'uld, bring her back through again, and help her with her pregnancy, and then figure out what to do from there. And also have the Abydos people bury their gate again.
Yeah.
So I guess
they come up with like half of the right solution, but they take too long to do so.
Yeah, but also the father character, I forget his name, Omar Sharif's character, he does bring up, hey, if you leave with her and Kapavis, or whoever comes here in a ship, they're going to kill everyone.
Well, I mean, that's why I said bury the gate, but you're right. They bring a spaceship over there.
No, but here's the thing. They've brought people over before. Just take everyone with you at this point. There's no guards.
Yeah. Abydos now.
There's no guards. Just bring them with you. Just like, hey, you know what?
Or set up a fucking military base over there with some nukes, and then when Apophis lands, blow his ass up.
Yeah, you don't even need to go that far. You could literally just get everyone out and just say like, okay, well, we can't keep you on Earth. Like that planet that's half light, half dark would love to have you. They're just super jazzed about more people showing up all the time.
That really should just be the solution for everything.
Yeah, it's like what do you do these guys?
Dump them off on that one planet. You're good to go.
Yeah,
we have several planets from the first season that we can just dump people at. Don't worry about it.
You could bring them to the Mongolian planet.
Well, the Mongolian planet would be less hospitable, but like the Greek planet where everyone's super young, it's like they have to build a society from scratch.
They fixed that thing. They could
use some help.
They could use people who know what it's like to live for 100 years instead of 100 days.
Yeah. Like there's multiple planets. 50 years. I'm sure Jackass Jackasterson would love to make more robot copies, but they buried that Gates. Theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah. No, you don't want anyone going to that SCP planet anymore.
Yeah.
But the planet with the Arboreum, where they all came, where like 20 people came out of 1,000-year stasis, they probably need warm bodies to do stuff.
Or even the Korai planet.
Yeah, I mean that planet, like, they haven't figured out that you could just bury the gate yet, and they just constantly get raided every once in a while. So, like that place less safe.
But yeah, when you are presented with there's someone on a planet who's in danger, they have potentially dozens, an increasing number of solutions that would require referencing back to other episodes that you don't want to do when you want your show to be syndicated.
Yeah, but like the thing is, they've done it before, where they've brought back older, like they've contacted the weird druid planet before, when the reverse Prime Directive episode happened, right?
Nox?
Yeah, Nox.
Yeah,
they've they in that same episode they contacted the light dark planet. They've done it before. They've gone back to the place where Thor's hammer is, which I can't remember the name at this point, because I wanted to say Valhalla, but it's not Valhalla. It's like something else.
It begins with an S. But
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
Yeah.
problems here. It's but you know what? For me, this whole plot is rescued by that fun knife gag at the end. When O'Neill and Carter finally show up.
Yes, like that. Okay, so yes, that one bit was very good. Actually, just that whole sequence of events, like when you finally got to that fight where like it was like, hey, you know, I mean, do we want to say what happens more or less just quickly? Like,
oh yeah, go ahead, because
yeah,
that
Shari
like,
goes into
that's the
labor.
good
They
stuff.
can't leave. Shari delivers the baby. Evil Shari awakens. Teal'c shows up, takes the baby, knocks her out. They don't grab her, but whatever.
Also, Teal'c is like in full armor and pretending to work for Horror.
Yeah, he's basically gone Solid Snake and infiltrated the enemy. They give the baby to Shari's dad, who's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna peace out. You'll never see me again, probably. I don't know, because they can't afford me." But
And why you don't take this super special Gould memory baby back to Earth and keep it there?
I mean, that I could buy because they have to try to get through the gates, and the only way through that is trickery. And if they bring the baby with them, that's just going to make things worse. So, like that, I get.
Oh, okay.
That I'll forgive them.
Yeah, but we all know Teal'c could have just murked all 4 of those guards.
Well, so this is where we're getting to, right? So, like when he convinces him that he's there, and then like Carter and O'Neill start dialing in, and they stack up. Like O'Neill, he only gets 3 of them. He doesn't get 4 of them, or he only gets 2 of them. He doesn't get 3 of them.
Well, no. So the first one he got like in the tent and stole his armor. Then he.
Oh,
then
yeah,
he
I guess
went
that
to
one counts.
Daniel
Yeah.
as a fake prisoner. Which that's some good time. I don't know what their plan was, but O'Neill and Carter arriving was good timing.
Yes.
When they stack up,
he just kind of shoves the guy in the way.
He shoves the guy into the backsplash, which is
yeah, that was really good. And then
he
he's
shoots
shooting at the other guy.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Guy, and then he gets shot.
Yeah, you know what? I will give like this one Jaffa credit. He is the first Jaffa to ever actually shoot at what's shooting at him. So good on him. Like it's good that he survived longer than all the rest of them. It's almost like he had half a brain cell.
Like, but then O'Neill and Carter like shoot that guy when they come through, right?
Yeah.
Because they come through into the middle of a firefight, confused, and just start shooting.
Yeah,
as you do.
Then was there like some sort of like weird fistfight struggle between Jackson and what's his face?
Jackson like tries something, but then is immediately backhanded, I think.
Yeah, and then that's when this guy turns on his shield, right?
Yeah, and
doesn't
then
he use his roofie glove?
Oh well, see, he was using that at first before the Stargate dialed, because that's why I don't know what their plan was to get through that because Jackson was getting gloved to death, so I don't know how Teal'c was going to get them out of that one.
For all we know, it might have been like while he's zapping you, I'll zap him, because he didn't actually get zapped yet. He was just preparing to zap.
Maybe it's hard to know, and we never will know.
I will say this: every time we've seen someone being zapped on screen in this season with one of those, they've been shot while zapping. So.
But anyway, so Harris is standing there with a shield. He's like, "Haha, you can't do anything to me," or I guess he's being smug about it. And then O'Neill, I guess, who's had time to think about this problem over the last year,
yeah,
just pulls out his combat knife and he does a nice.
No. He didn't think about it. No. He didn't think about it. He read Dune.
Yeah. Just straight up, like this guy, just straight up target fucking acquired, man, nails it.
But that's where they got this from, was Dune.
Oh, absolutely! But just throws a knife through his hand. They have like that, like a quick shot of like the knife spinning in the air.
Yeah,
and just
or like he would have been super dead if not for the fact that Apophis started dialing in, and then like they all had to hide, and that guy just ran the hell away, right?
Didn't he ring out?
Yeah, no, he ringed out. Like he got thing through the hand, and his shield was destabilizing. That's when he was like, "Fuck this," and he ringed out.
Oh yeah, and the rings are back again. I forgot about that.
Yeah. The rings are so back. But yeah, he ringed before his shield gave away because he made sure to stand in the one spot where the ring could go, and that's when Apophis dialed in.
Yeah. What the hell was Apophis wearing?
Oh, look, that's just his casual wear. Okay,
It's just it's like, yeah, sure.
he's worn that before. I think he wore that in the first episode. Pretty sure.
Yeah, we've seen that outfit before.
Oh,
it's his travel wear.
Yes,
or maybe his gate attire.
I do want to say a one production note: when Harrower first shows up, when they first ring in, if you, I noticed that his armor didn't fit quite right. Like the outfit seemed very ill-fitting. There, they probably fixed that for later. That's just one thing I noticed.
Yeah. Another thing I noticed is like when Teal'c approaches Daniel, like in the cave with Shah-Ray, the helmet does the whole cool like transformer things.
Oh yeah, they actually did it this time.
Yeah. It looked similar to what they did in the movie, but not exact. But I was glad to see that back.
A cheaper version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're inside where they can control the lighting for the VFX. Yeah. Okay, we've been on this episode a lot. This episode is kind of a lot to deal with.
Yeah. I will say this: if this episode was more of that fight scene at the end of the episode, I would be all for it. Unfortunately, it tries to do other things and it doesn't do anything very well.
Yeah, I would say that this episode's problem is that there's too much plot, and the problem with the other 3 episodes is that there's nowhere near enough plot.
Which we will get to, but for the listeners out there, viewers, no one's watching us. I hope not. For the listeners out there, the main takeaways are Sam's dad has cancer, and there is a very special baby floating around out there in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing, Adam, there's a banger quote from Jack O'Neill in this episode that I think we need to share with our listeners.
Oh, he's getting snarkier and snarkier. So yeah, share it.
Yeah. So this is when O'Neill is confronted by our rogue journalist. He's just kind of being a smartass with him. The quote is, "That's O'Neill with 2 L's. There's another Colonel O'Neill with 1 L. He has no sense of humor at all."
Oh yeah, that was a Easter egg there. Yeah.
Yeah. So just as a reminder to our audience, this is actually a callback to Kurt Russell, Colonel O'Neill, back in the movie where he's just kind of this sad, stoic man that wants to nuke everything.
And he has 1 L.
Yeah. The uniform he has O'Neill spelled clearly with 1 L. So that's all I had for this episode.
Yeah, it's a fun gag. Yeah, they're getting snarkier and snarkier with the dialogue they give to Richard Dean Anderson, and he's just running with it.
I mean, isn't he producing the series at this point?
Is he producing the series at this point?
I think at this point he already owns the production company. I thought he was one of the major producers at this point.
Oh yeah, he is an executive producer. Yeah, he's fully bought in.
Yeah, he's executive producer for seasons 2 through 8 of Stargate SG-1, which basically means that he's playing the character he wants to play.
He's just doing whatever he feels like doing. One thing to mention. Might as well mention it here. The actor who plays Carter's dad, Carmen Argenziano, he is a character actor who you would recognize because he's been in just about everything over the last 30 years.
I know I've seen this dude before. It's one of those cases where I saw one of his eyebrows raised in a later episode, right? And I was like, I've seen that eyebrow raised in something, and I don't remember exactly what. And I'm pretty sure it's been 1,000 things.
Because yeah, he has been in hundreds of TV shows, movies. He was an extra in The Godfather, starting out in the 70s. He's been in TVs and movies of every kind and every kind of role, not every kind of role, but small, big, whatever. going through like 2019, 2018. Yeah. So a 40-year career.
Yep. He's been in a lot of movies as well, yes.
Yeah, he his IMDb acting credits has 232 entries.
Yeah. I think he was in multiple episodes of CSI. I think he might have been in a few episodes of like one of the Law and Orders as well. This guy's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been in everything. So a good character actor that they're able to get here.
Yeah. I mean, we're not gonna hit it yet, but I think just legitimately like a good actor who, when playing off someone, does like a really good job.
Yeah, like a really high quality character actor that they are keeping him around for the long run, which is good. Okay, he passed away in 2019. Huh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that's sad. So just wanted to introduce him because we'll see him quite a lot in coming seasons. Okay, so are we done with secrets?
I'm done with secrets.
Yeah, let's move on.
There are no secrets between you and us.
Season 2, episode 10, Bane. You think the bugs are your ally, but I was born in the bugs. No, see, I can't do the voice.
Not it. You could do the so the key of doing the voice is you gotta do a Deckard Cain, but you gotta put something in front of your mouth. Like I can't do it. I can't do it on microphone. It just sounds weird.
No, it's I can't do it. So hard, but this would be a great play for Bane.
Again, that voice is post-processed to hell. Like, they did a lot of processing on his voice in that movie.
They had to, because you couldn't hear him.
I
just don't know why they made him have that accent, but whatever. We're not here to talk about The Dark Knight. So
why wouldn't we want to talk about The Dark Knight?
Okay.
I just remember him being high-pitched. Anyway, Bane.
The one with the bug that kills you slowly. They go to a planet. There's some giant, gross dragonfly things. Teal gets stung. They go back to Earth.
They run back.
They run back to Earth as fast as possible from the bug.
Because a swarm of them wakes up and starts coming towards them. So they just haul ass through the gate.
Teal'c has a very bad time. Some I guess stars called in to say how bad it is for him. Mayborn shows up, does a yoink on Teal'c. Yeah. During transport, Teal'c breaks free very easily. Runs into the bad part of Vancouver.
Yes.
To an abandoned building. A spunky, unaccompanied minor finds him.
Yep. I believe her name is Allison.
Allie.
Yeah. Her dad's a cop.
Her dad was a cop until he died.
Yes.
She likes Charleston chews.
She likes Charleston chews. Yeah, you have some 90s interaction there.
Yeah.
Between the two of them.
Teal'c does the just let me die in the corner thing because he thinks just dying is the solution. Turns out everything he did here was wrong, as it turns out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was probably the bug juice taking over his brain.
He probably thought he was going to turn into a big, beautiful butterfly.
Just turned into Mothra. But no, the bug juice makes him go crazy and want to go die in a corner so he can turn into bugs. And the kid has no idea what's going on, helps him. It sasses Mayborn, as everyone should.
Mm-hmm.
Until the good guys find Teal'c. They give him the magical stuff, RNA inhibitor, I guess, that cures him.
Yeah.
And they all live happily ever after. Oh, they also go back to get a bug, too, which is real gross.
Yes. Well, they have to, right? Because they needed the venom to...
Right, the bug juice.
To do the bug juice anti-venom thing or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah. I wonder if O'Neill stepped in another pile of nacho cheese on the second trip. It keeps me up at night.
I don't think they ever explain what that is, right?
It's probably droppings.
That or it was like a person that just got like melted.
Yeah, just a melted person.
Maybe.
Well,
it could be anything.
Melted people were all in those buildings.
Yeah. So I guess the implication here is that like this is an actual like somewhat well-developed planet, but unfortunately these bugs happened.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then we never find out why because everyone's dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a comparable planet where everyone got by these bugs
Yes.
recently. Or recently got by
And
these bugs.
apparently the only reason why Teal'c even survived as long as he did was because of his gold
Because of
symbiote.
his Gul'dim.
Yeah.
Junior 2.0, he has a name.
Yes, that's true. And that's what I will bring up. I don't think it was like the bug juice taking over him because it wasn't like he was violent. I think he was just in so much pain and realized what was going on because at that point they like that guy just insinuates like, wait, you want him to transform, and then that's when Teal'c starts freaking out. I think at that point he was actually just saying like, well, if I take this out, I'll die. So maybe I'll die before I transform, not realizing that all that did was make it worse.
It's hard to know his motivation because he's too out of it most of the episode.
He clearly was not thinking clearly.
I mean, at one point he was pretty motivated to get more Charleston chews, which I thought was very funny.
See, I thought they were going for a he must eat in order to nurture the changing the bugs that were growing inside of him or whatever plot. I thought this was going to be Slither there for a minute.
I mean, it could have gone there.
I mean, they can't go there because they need to keep Christopher.
Yeah, they need to keep Teal'c around
because But if they didn't have to keep Teal'c around, this would be a hell of a way to kill the character.
Yeah.
Is this like? Bugs. Is this the furthest this show's gone into body horror thus far? I guess it has to be.
Oh yeah, definitely because they really they go for it with the gross makeup and just the bug prop.
It does look a pretty effectively gross, but what's really gross to me is there's a scene where they do go back and they do capture a bug, but they show some of the recordings they took while they were back there. They found another person who on that planet who was presumably it was very much dead by that point, but they had done the same thing Teal'c was doing, where he was just like he found a dark room and laid down and slowly transformed. He transformed into a nest. It was still obviously a person. Yeah, and then a bunch of those bugs just burst out of him, and that's when
they run for
that's when SG-1 ran. But yeah, that was pretty disgusting looking.
Yeah, it's some real SCP shit going on there.
Yeah.
Which just the implication of like the stuff they saw on the second trip is again some actual horror.
Yeah, no, it's genuinely horrifying.
That they don't really get into, and everyone just kind of shrugs off. These people have minds made out of steel.
Yeah.
I felt like this episode was a little bit of a miss. I thought it would have been really intriguing if they go on this planet, everything's okay at first, and then they start seeing all these bugs, and it's just them trying to survive. Maybe they come across one or two survivors, but the A plot is just them trying to survive and get back to the Stargate long enough to never and knowing to never come back to this planet ever again. To me, that would have been fascinating.
That's more of a Star Trek episode, I guess, because that brings in guest stars, like on the planet, and it's just all on the planet. That's how like the Planet of the Weeks usually go in Star Trek.
No, they did bring in guest stars.
They did bring in guest stars though.
Yeah, oddly enough, so this isn't the last time we'll see this the actor who played this girl, but she doesn't show up again until much later, and she plays a different character, a character we've already seen.
Oh, I didn't know that because I usually skip past the parts with the kid in this episode.
Really? Okay, so this was Colleen Renison, so she's like she's a Canadian actor. Later seasons, she plays Cassandra Fraser.
Oh, she's Teen Cassandra.
Yeah, she's Teen Cassandra.
Oh, huh?
Yeah, I see it now.
How about that?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, We kept her around, but to play a different role.
For a character that we already had another. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Which I feel like they kind of set her up to stay, but she literally, like, this character never is seen again.
Yeah, no. No, just Teal befriends a child. And then nothing comes of it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
this
plays.
is absolutely a Teal'c episode, right? Like, I understand
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of it is just him kind of writhing in pain in a corner, but the parts where he's going about doing his little, like, wander off to find a place to die thing, like when he encounters those thugs, is what they're called.
those street toughs.
Yeah, the ne'er do wells.
Yeah.
Like him just straight up like explaining, yeah, like so what you do is you cut holes in your forehead and you pour molten gold into it, and then
Well, no,
he
because
just grabs the guy by the neck.
I always liked that interaction because Teal'c just doesn't want to be there, and the guy's like, "Hey, man, how'd you get that tattoo on your forehead?" And he's just very matter of fact.
Yeah, he's like, I'll tell you exactly how.
And he's like, "Yo, doesn't that hurt?" And then he gets grabbed by the neck.
He's like, doesn't this hurt? Yeah, like all that's really good.
The way they figure out how to keep Junior alive after they find him, and O'Neill's help with that is very silly.
Yeah, it's like, what if we just shocked him? It's like, what if we just shocked him? What if we just hooked up a 9-volt battery to him? It's like, yeah, that worked.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's 3 D cells duct taped together.
Hey, it's called the redneck defibrillator.
Yeah.
Which that's so good. That's some real MacGyver shit right there.
Yeah. See, this is like one of those things where I'd like to think like Junior's been around these people so long that if there ever was like a Stargate series that happened in the future, that we would get like just grown up Junior just be like, yeah, no, I'm totally cool with you guys. Like, you guys saved me like multiple times.
I think there's a future episode where they get some of Junior's thoughts, and it's not Junior's not a good one.
No.
Junior just like kill all humans. It's like, oh damn it.
much.
We thought you were a good one. He's like, no, I hate you all. That's unfortunate.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of do Junior dirty later seasons.
I do think that O'Neill probably couldn't threaten Mayborn's life that much in front of a superior officer, as much as he does.
Well, I mean, this is Hammond. Hammond doesn't give a shit.
Hammond doesn't give a shit.
Hammond's about to shoot that guy, probably.
Apparently, the only thing Hammond is good for is smoozing other, like, politicians and military elites. Like, I know we moved on from secrets, but he was working the room in that episode.
Yeah, he was.
So he's probably a better politician than he is like a military commander.
A terrible diplomat, as we've seen before.
Yeah.
Okay, so when O'Neill, there's a little part I think towards the end where O'Neill tells Mayborn, "I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to shoot you."
Yeah,
yeah, that's an immediate court martial.
Yeah, that's also a recurring gag between those two. Going forward, so just keep that in mind.
All right, I will remember this.
It'll be referenced and then pay off many seasons later.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you guys think of this geneticist doctor guy?
He's there to be there for an episode.
He gets redeemed far too quickly, but whatever.
Yeah, I feel like they made him a piece of shit immediately, and then just that quick redemption is just kind of like,
it's like he's not on the same page with him at first, then realizes, oh wait, this is how things work here, and then he gets on the level. I don't know.
I feel like all they had to do to make this better would just be to not connect him with Mayborn, which they absolutely kind of do. Like if they had just made this be like, Mayborn figured it out and he's transferring it over because like this is all Mayborn's doing, and he said, well, I'll go with them to try and make sure I could still help him, and then have him stay on the plot that way, like that would have been better. But
yeah, it's not really a vital part of anything. just for the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just gonna say there is one note that I have. And the scenes in the abandoned building where Teal'c's trying to die,
Mhm.
you hear seagulls in the background
Yeah, it's
because
Vancouver.
because of Vancouver, but it's Colorado Springs. It's supposed to be Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
Honestly, those seagulls are what reminded me of Dishonored 2, which I mentioned in the thing, because Dishonored 2 has an early level where you're on a dock at the sea. You hear seagulls a lot, but also if you go into some of the buildings, into the abandoned buildings where it's dark, you'll see nests of bugs that basically build their nests inside of people, which is gross and disgusting, but that's what you see. That's that video game.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if anybody here's actually played it.
Oh yeah,
I played a bit of it.
played it. Just forgot most of it.
It only came out 8 years ago.
Only 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's practically yesterday.
Also, this episode has always reminded me of the original Star Trek episode, Operation Annihilate, with an exclamation mark at the end, where they go to a planet where that's a colony. It looks like a fully developed city place, but a bunch of creatures that look flying creatures that look like plastic barf props fly around and then take over people, and that destroyed the colony. For some reason, like the planet they go to reminds me of that episode of that Star Trek episode. Always has.
Adam, could you say it's an ugly planet, a bug planet?
I mean, it is now.
It is now. If you want to go on a bug hunt, that's where you would go.
Yeah.
This
Actually,
is
so how did you guys feel about that bug prop that they had? Like, were you convinced, or it looked a little cheesy to me, but
It's
I mean,
cheesy
it
but
does.
gross, and so
It
it's
looks
effective.
gross. Like,
Yeah.
it's properly gross and disgusting.
I did like how, like, when it hits him, because I think it like literally digs into him, right?
No, it lands on
It's-
him, and
It lands on his
back, and then
Oh,
it lands on
on
his
him.
on his back. Like,
On
there's
his
enough
back.
material between his body and the bug that the bug doesn't really like penetrate his skin with its legs.
no,
it has like a scorpion
hangs out.
stinger,
But
doesn't
it
it?
has a scorpion stinger that like stabs him.
like real fast.
But like the slow like raise of the gun by O'Neill, I thought all that was like really where everyone's just standing perfectly still. He's like, I'm gonna shoot this thing.
Well, I mean, you do want to be careful because you
That
shoot
was-
wrong
that's
and
pretty good, though.
Yeah.
you killed Teal'c.
Yeah, if this
But,
was Starship Troopers, they would have just started blasting.
That's true. They would have
Yeah.
done that, yeah.
But that was a
They don't
good
have
gag.
enough
Poor
flash
Clarence
and
Bunny's
smash
back,
for
and
this, so.
everyone's like, "Oh, Teal'c, there's a bug. Ooh boy, oof, ooh boy."
Yeah.
That's a
Which
big
you-
ass.
Look, I
bug,
will say
man.
this again, like that like sting wound, like all of that looked really like gross.
Yeah, that was convincing and also disgusting.
Like they
Yeah,
like when they do this sort of thing, they do a really good job of it, and I kind of wish they did more of it.
I wonder if anybody on staff had been part of like gore makeup in a slasher movie a few years beforehand.
Oh, there had to have been someone. There had to have been. Okay, yeah, that's everything I had. Oh, some trivia. Apparently the whole gag with the super soakers at the end with the kid and like the water guns.
Yeah, that was good.
Apparently Michael Shanks had not been told the water guns were loaded.
Oh,
Which
makes sense.
which that's on the set armor right there. You always need to announce when those are loaded.
That's
So
true.
when he gets soaked, that's a genuine reaction from him.
Mhm.
A fun little thing.
I just thought it was good acting. Turns out he was just genuinely pissed off.
Genuinely annoyed.
Yeah.
Out the water gun.
Yeah. Which, by the way, like that little bit at the end, like I like that. I like those little interactions that Teal'c has when he has like the fun interactions with the human populace. Like I wish there was more.
Yeah.
Of those.
Be careful what you. I know that's several seasons away. Bring that up.
Do we get an episode where Teal'c gets a driver's license, much like in Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, totally.
Oh, that would have been good.
That would have been so good.
I have a few more bits of trivia. So in the opening scenes when they're walking around that like futuristic city, in one of the scenes you can see a car drive by in the reflection of like some glass doors. And then there's another scene where Carter is talking and you can see a guy wearing a yellow shirt walking around and you can see his reflection.
Yeah, because I looked it up. They went to, I think, the Expo '84 Pavilion in Vancouver for that, which was demolished like 7 years later, so that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, it was just like a public area that like looked somewhat futuristic because it was part of a World Expo. So yeah, they did that again. Oh, I forgot to say, in Secrets, the outdoor shots of Washington in air quotes was the British Columbia University campus. I think that's what at least IMDb tells me. Which that would have been fun. So yeah, so we're seeing all kinds of different landmarks in Vancouver.
Yeah.
In this show.
By the end, we might as well just live there. You don't actually
Okay.
want to live there. It's very rainy.
It's very rainy. Anything else?
I mean, I just wanted to say, like, overall, I thought this was. I think this is probably my favorite episode of the bunch, even though it's not the best of this type of episode. But I think it's a good one. I actually like it.
Yeah. Tilk had some good quotes in here. I must have nourishment, and ducks are bad. And I have brought you a new weapon, one with increased range and firepower.
Ah, yes, the super soaker.
The nice super soaker.
Mm-hmm.
Like borrowed $50 from O'Neill.
I'm about to say, so like we've discussed, like, is Tilt getting paid before, right?
They have to. They must be giving him something. I don't think they pay him enough. They're probably paying him like minimum wage, but they're paying him. I assume
they're paying him like an E1. Which
does Tilt pay taxes?
The Tilt pay taxes. I mean, if he goes to
this is America, everyone pays taxes.
He pays sales taxes if he goes to a store, but does he go to a store?
Yes,
because he had to get that super soaker from somewhere.
I imagine that at this point, Tilk is spending time outside the base.
There's a lot to think about.
Yeah. I mean, especially after this episode, I'm pretty sure he's looking for like candy bars after this one. So
yeah, and in other episodes, we've seen him wearing like civilian clothing. So he must have at least been to a Sears or a JCPenney at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when he goes out, he has to be accompanied by someone.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess
so. Actually, before we move on, I do want to bring up one thing. There was that scene where they literally took him out in chains. Like, what was that about? And then even the characters say, "What is that about?"
No, that's I wasn't gonna say anything about that.
That was in bad taste, right?
Yeah. That's like Tin Man. I guess worse than Tin Man. That's a thing where on paper, you're like, okay, the Jaffa character is chained up like a prisoner. And everyone's like, "Hey, why is our friend chained like a prisoner? He's very sick," and all that. And on paper, you're like, "Okay, yeah." Then you get on set, and Chris Judge is the only black person on set.
No, they had a black guy they had another black guy who was putting him in chains, and I feel that casting was purposeful. Yes.
Oh, to like make
one of the people leading Tilk out was also black.
Okay, I didn't notice that, but it's still in bad taste.
Yeah,
I agree.
And to be fair, the characters do call it out, but then like, why do you put that in there to begin with?
Just to make Mayborn look like an extra dickhead. Like,
I guess that was the intention. It's like, we want you to know just how much of an absolute asshole Mayborn is.
But it looks bad enough that they should just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's another thing where they really need to be mindful.
Yeah, maybe like rein it in a bit. There's other ways to make Mayborn look like an asshole. without invoking that sort of imagery.
No.
Listen, it was the 90s. I'm just happy Kevin
No,
Sorbo isn't in it.
No, you see, all right, so that if that doesn't fly, also it is very good. Sorbo's not in this.
That the joke. I set that up. I set that up just to say Kevin Sorbo's not in it.
Yes, but no. So in Star Trek
No.
DS9,
I know that. I know that that doesn't make it fly. That doesn't make it work.
no, because like
Sorry,
it's
we'll get to
known.
Andromeda eventually.
No, we won't. It, ugh. In DS9, it's well known that Avery Brooks was very vocal with the writers about being mindful of shit, of keeping things in mind. That hey, we're here to do social commentary. We're going to do this right. Like he was very vocal and pushed.
Who is this?
Avery Brooks, the star of Star Trek DS9, by Captain Sisko.
I've as someone who doesn't know who that is at all, is that a black guy or a white guy?
Yes, black guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he was. Again, it's well known that he was like, no, that like my character is going to be a caring father who's involved in his son's life. Because like specifically because of stereotypes about black men.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: was he in a position to make those kinds of demands? Though I know, like he was the main character and such, but
I would think so.
Yeah,
like there is a power dynamic that comes with like, is this person selling our show?
I mean, Teal'c's the most recognizable face.
We know that now, but then I don't think they knew that in season 2.
Yeah.
You see, now I'm just thinking of how great of an actor Avery Brooks is in that show.
He's so good. I mean, he's cheesy, but he's so good in that show.
Yeah, but you knew that right away on the first episode with all of those like flashback scenes and just oh man, like jeez.
Yeah. So anyway, DS9, hell of a show.
Yeah. Back to Stargate.
Speaking of things that DS9 figured out for Stargate, let's move on to the Tok'ra, parts 1 and 2. If everyone's ready to move on to the Tok'ra.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, so is this the second 2-parter we get?
Yeah. So let's just deal with these these episodes as a single entity.
Yeah, a made-for-TV movie, if you will.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So here's the thing.
Does anyone want to recap this? Can we boil this down?
I took 2 notes regarding episode 1 and 2 of this. The first note for episode 1 is it takes too fucking long to get to the point. The second note for episode 2 is in caps. It takes too fucking long to get to the point. Yeah. This is a 2-part episode that I feel could have been condensed into a single episode. Like, there's a lot of detail going on here that is boring and doesn't matter. Maybe that's just me. Maybe someone else likes the slower pace or something, but
I mean, I like slow pace, but it's weird for Stargate for them to just slow it down and like shot reverse shot this thing.
It's fine if there's some mystery about it, but I feel like I had the plot of both of these episodes mostly figured out in the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, like they signposted very well what's going to happen.
Yeah. So I guess the plot.
Yeah, I could actually give a quick plot summary if you'd like.
Do it.
Okay, so essentially, Carter is having these dreams where she remembers some of the memories of Jolinar.
Jolinar.
Yeah. So they decide to she finds these coordinates. They decide to follow those coordinates to see if they could find the Tok'ra. They do find the Tok'ra. The Tok'ra are like, hey, we're not the Goa'uld. Stop calling us Goa'uld. They're like, hey, do you want to make an alliance? They're like, no, we're good. And then while this is happening, Carter's dad is apparently just straight up dying of cancer way quicker than they thought. And the decision is made to talk to Carter's dad, see if he's willing to become to take on the Tok'ra symbiote to prolong his life and create an alliance between the Tok'ra and Earth.
Yeah, the Tok'ra symbiote, for the record, is their oldest and wisest Tok'ra or Goa'uld, or however you want to say it. By the way, they are insistent that they not be called the Goa'uld.
So then, what's the species name? That's what I'm.
Yeah, the Tok'ra's oldest symbiote is in a host that is dying, and because the Tok'ra do not take hosts that are unwilling, if they can't find a host, they're just going to die. So they find this host, and that's the. There's like some side stuff. There's like some side details, but that's most of the plot, and I don't know.
Yeah, most of these episodes are circular arguments between O'Neill and Garshaw, the I guess head Tok'ra at the base they go to.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the lady?
Yeah.
That's these names are just like
that's the older
added to each other.
That's the woman who's in like purple something.
Yeah, that's the woman in the dress with the thing in the center. Yeah.
Because when they first show up, there's that standoff, which I think is a very good scene, and I think that scene's interesting. It just kind of
I think it's a good story overall. Don't get me wrong. It just takes a long time to get to the points that I already know it's going to make.
Yeah, like they.
And there's a whole extended thing with Carter and Martouf, the young Tok'ra guy who was apparently Jolinar's mate, or I guess lover. I'm not sure how that works. We're not going to find out how that works.
Yeah,
the show's not interested talking about the biology of these things.
He dumps him.
We learned the Tok'ra are into like freaky four ways.
I guess
all Tok'ra are swingers.
Oh jeez. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff between her and him. She has some PTSD from the whole Jolinar emergency taking her over thing.
Yeah. And to like this one dude's credit, like he actually like I feel like he's one of the more reasonable Tok'ra because he understands like, hey, like the reason, like it's not that these people are necessarily disgusted by it, but like these people they didn't deal with us before, they dealt with the Goa'uld before, so it doesn't matter how much we say like we're different, like their image is still kind of tainted by the whole Goa'uld thing, right?
And also,
and even with Carter specifically, even though that was a Tok'ra, it wasn't by choice. It was like Jolinar took, like, basically jumped in forcefully, right?
Yeah, yes, Jolinar jumped in forcefully, took direct control, like a Goa'uld would, as like an emergency thing. But but of course, the cast doesn't know that's an emergency. That was an emergency thing because that was the first Tok'ra they met under the worst possible circumstance.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's also Kordesh is the other named Tok'ra. So I guess 4 named Tok'ras here. Is a lot going on. Well, it's actually not
name the oldest and wisest one.
Yeah, Selmak.
Is it just old and wise?
No, it's Selmak.
Selmak. Okay, sure.
We will get to know Selmak.
I'm sure we will
in the future.
They definitely set it up that you would see Selmak again.
We see Selmak several times a season.
Okay.
Like Braytak, one of the fun recurring characters.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, it's like O'Neill has like regressed as a character in this episode, it feels like.
Yeah.
He should be smarter than this. They should be savvier than this.
Yeah, like that entire first encounter that they have with the Tok'ra is basically him just kind of being a smartass the whole time, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the more life and death the situation, the more of a smartass O'Neill's going to be.
Yeah.
Like, one of the notes I took down is just let Daniel handle, like, the cultural and political stuff. I feel like that's kind of why, that's part of his job. Because anytime there's, like, moral gray area, he just automatically jumps into it. Please just let the college nerd handle the diplomatic stuff, Jack.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, this whole thing could have been half the length if it had been, oh, you want hosts? Well, we didn't come here to be hosts. We came here to, like, see if you're real or not. But we can go find volunteers. We have tons of people on our planet, and some of them are freaks. So
we have quite a few cancer patients. I'm sure some of them would be happy to continue to live.
Which, I mean, they do get there, right? Like, they do eventually bring, like, yes, so the alliance is based on, like, we will find willing hosts and we'll just inform them, like, hey, this is
Or
what it is.
Or we've been to all these other planets that have people that are very mad at the Goa'uld that we could introduce you to. I mean, heck, we have a planet that's half light and half dark, full of Goa'uld refugees.
Oh god.
They're like, we would gladly take these
We'll
Tok'ra
bring you
in to share our
We'll
chickens.
find enough people to build you an army.
Exactly.
We just want some of that technology.
Yeah, which
like,
I do not blame the Tok'ra for saying, like, well, you're not as technologically advanced as us. Like, what else could you offer? But I feel like they could have been way more obvious. Like, hey, we kind of need hosts. Can you spare some hosts?
We got people.
We got magic
We got
goo
the technology. We got the people.
we got magic ghoul.
Yeah.
We got this gray goo that makes tunnels.
They got crystals.
So, like,
which we haven't
general,
we haven't got to the crystals yet, but they have crystals.
In general, the ghoul don't feel like much of a threat at this far in. Like, I know their spaceships are nearly impenetrable, which is a problem, but they don't seem to have many of them, and there don't seem to be many ghoul in the first place.
We're seeing like an iceberg tip of the system lords is the thing.
Yeah,
the writers haven't had the wherewithal to really define the kind of Goa'uld like civilizational structure that much, because like we've seen Apophis, we've seen Harrower a little bit, we saw Ra get nuked in the face. But that's kind of like scratching around. Yeah, we did. So it's kind of like scratching around the edges.
Yeah,
we saw Hathor.
They're at this point, the Goa'uld are just a bunch of vicious idiots.
Yeah.
Like we haven't encountered the main body of Goa'uld civilization.
Yeah, it seems like we're only catching like a few people who are just, they're gold, but they're assholes, and like they're not necessarily the most powerful beings in the world, but they happen to be around in the sectors that we are, and they're a constant thorn in our side type of deal.
Yeah.
So in a Star Wars comparison, I'm gonna make a bad Star Wars comparison. This is like they've been poking around in the Outer Rim, and they're like, an Empire. There's an Empire. Oh, these guys kind of suck. Oh well. Yeah. So that's kind of like where they're at. There is, I guess we get more hints later on that there is like a much larger Goa'uld civilization. There's like a lot of system lords with larger domains, planets with more I guess slaves and Jaffa on them. We've just been going around to like abandoned planets and like Apophis's domain, which he's not the most powerful the system lords to begin with. So the power curve will work its way up. Let's say.
Yeah. So in Dragon Ball Z terms, like
we're fighting Pilaf right now. We'll get to Frieza eventually.
Yeah. Man. Well, I would say that Apophis is more like the Red Ribbon Army. Ra's Pilaf.
Okay.
We'll get to King Piccolo.
You do Ra like that?
I get the feeling that Ra was meant to be more like somebody very powerful who happened to get nuked in the face unexpectedly.
Ra was Raditz.
Apophis was Ra was Raditz there.
Oh, no. Yeah, because it that's a hard thing to retcon, because in the movie, like, it does seem like Ra's slumming it at Abydos.
I don't know what Ra's doing in that movie. He's got all kinds of weird things about him.
I mean,
we talked about it in the movie, just the weird harem of children. Like, what are you doing, man? What's going on here?
That's why the way I make that make sense is he fell out of power and he's just slumming it in the boonies for a bit, and gets nuked in the face.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Oh shit, Ra's dead," because everyone knows who Ra is. Ra used to be the most powerful system lord. So that's how I
start killing him with a nuke to the face.
I missed this on my first watch through, but the name Tok'ra literally means against Ra.
They explain that in the Jolinar episode. Yeah. They're re-explaining it here. Yes.
Yep.
So their whole thing is that they just like, yo, we really hated Ra.
Yeah, because Ra used to be the head of the System Lords back in the day.
Which I feel like they could have explained, like, hey, we're the ones that killed Rob. Like,
they did say that.
Yeah,
they did?
O'Neill was very proud of the fact that his Kurt Russell-esque alter ego did the killing.
Yeah, and then Garshall's like, "Oh, thanks for that."
Cool.
We are unimpressed.
Yeah. Which I feel like the Tok'ra kind of act a little bit like assholes in this episode, not like mega assholes, but a little bit like assholes.
I'm pretty sure the Tok'ra are pretty sure every Goa'uld or symbiote or whatever is incapable of not acting like an asshole. It's just like there's different degrees of asshole.
It's like, are you just kind of difficult to deal with, or are you like an insane genocidal maniac?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spectrum.
Yeah, which I think they double down on this bit where it's like, yeah, we don't use the things because it makes us evil if we do.
Yeah.
We just don't do it.
Back in the episode Need, it was hinted at that what drove the Goa'uld to be such raging assholes is their overuse of the sarcophagus. Did we not establish? I thought they established that in lore.
They did. They say that fairly explicitly here, though.
Yeah, they basically just go right out and go say it,
and they confirm it here.
Yeah, we don't use that because it turns us into crazy for Cocoa Puffs. Like, we just won't do it.
So that helps. That lore stuff going on. About, okay, here's what the Tok'ra are. Don't call them Goa'ulds. So what's the species then? I'm demanding to know what the species name is.
That is one thing that annoyed me in this episode. They keep saying Goa'uld, even though the Tok'ra are like, please don't call us that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't expect these Spec Ops military guys to be particularly woke about that.
Well, it's like a human saying, "Hey, please don't call me human. I'm an American."
You guys should start doing that.
We should start doing that.
That'd be pretty good. Hello, fellow Americans.
I'm not Canadian. I'm North American.
Oh, you're getting into that.
Oh boy. I'm not going to repeat the joke that I made. A joke I made in Discord.
In there.
But yeah, so this is really part 2 of a 3-parter. Secrets is almost certainly the first part of this. Bane just kind of stuck there in the middle. I do want to point out that the opening of the first episode, that whole flashback memory thing, is some FMV game ass bullshit.
Yeah.
With everyone talking directly at the camera.
That literally looks like if they had made an FMV game for Stargate, like this would have been the scenes that they had for it.
Why didn't they make a Tok'ra FMV game? That would have made so much sense back in the 90s. Well, I guess it was the late 90s and fell off by then. But like, there were Star Trek FMV games. Anyway,
they weren't any good.
No.
One thing that bothered me in part 1, they just walk through the Stargate. They're walking through the desert, and all of a sudden the Tok'ra just pop out of the sand. Were they just waiting there, hoping somebody would eventually just walk by? Were they out there for days or weeks?
It's not like they probably just detected the Stargate activation and they went out and did the Fremen thing. Just did the Fremen thing.
I mean, they were pretty well buried. Like, there wasn't like any footprints around where they were. Or...
Well, yeah, they have to walk arrhythmically so they don't get the sandworms.
They walk in single file to hide their numbers.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, some good lines there because they're like, oh yeah, maybe these Tok'ra are real stealthy, and the Tok'ra pop out of the sand.
Yeah,
that whole scene is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then moving on to part 2. Yeah, they eventually are able to talk their way to going and getting Carter's dad. The scene where Carter tells her dad what she does is fun.
Yeah, like he doesn't initially believe her, right? He's like, "You're pulling my leg, right?" Doesn't he say something like that?
Yeah, he
doesn't buy it at first.
No, but he does buy it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
after Hammond.
Which, by the way, what a
tried
day
to-
this man has had, right?
Yeah, hell of a day.
By the end of it, and even he admits, like, oh, geez, okay, this is something. There's a lot going on here.
So SG-3 shows up to check on SG-1.
Yeah.
Which, yay, Marines. But also, when all 8 of them are just being confined in that conference room, and O'Neill's just openly talking about like escaping and finding the way out with the guards right there, listening to them. That's again something we'll talk about privately.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is where Carter is like, no, I have an idea. My dad's dying of cancer. What if he volunteered?
Which, I mean, if you says like, oh yeah, we have someone who can be a host, and you come back with like a 60-year-old man who's like dead of cancer, just about. It's like, really.
Look, beggars can't be choosers, right?
And I got the impression from Lady in Purple that, hey, cancer, it's basically a common cold to us, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
but
they did have
a
that whole
mostly dead old
conversation.
man.
Yeah.
Like a mostly dead old man is who you bring. It's like, okay, this is just kind of...
Yeah. It's like, well, we live hundreds of years anyway, so to us, a 60-year-old is basically an infant.
Yeah. But I mean, if you think about it, this is this is an elderly man who's dying of cancer, but also a military man who, for all intents and purposes, has military secrets of the planet.
Yeah.
So
That was
I feel like
point.
the clearances that would have needed to happen before this deal got set through probably didn't actually happen. But then again, it's Hammond, so he probably just like hid it in a report somewhere. Jacob
Carter volunteered to go be the host to an alien symbiote, and now he's living on another planet.
Yeah.
By the way, we need to change our nuke codes.
Yeah. Like immediately.
I'm certain he picked up the little red phone and explained everything to the president.
Yeah.
You might want to change his passwords to his email or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Just like it's like calling Billy C at the end and explain that it's like okay, cool, and then hangs up.
He's too busy doing other things. He's like, sure, whatever, man. I'm busy.
It is 98.
Let me call the intern.
General Hammond, you're doing a great job. Or that's a terrible Bill Clinton.
That sounded more of like a Nixon.
I need to work on my Clinton more, but you can all picture or imagine the voice in your own collective heads.
Yes.
So none of us can do voices. Is what we're learning today.
I mean, I can do voices, just not on demand.
I can do a voice of a current president, but I don't think I should.
No. So Sierra, yes, this desert planet is very clearly a beach.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
They're Death Stranding 2.
Mm-hmm.
Sierra, it's fun that so some Gould ships are on their way. They find out, and so they're scrambling to evacuate because there's a whole spy subplot that we don't need to. I don't care about. Do any of you care about?
I mean, there's not much to get into. It's like one of those things where like that dude who was leading them originally turns out was a spy, but though it doesn't necessarily seem like he was a spy. Like, was he the spy or was the Gould the spy?
It seems like the Gould was the spy.
Yeah,
and because that somehow at some point, like that Gould transferred to another body.
Yeah,
and I don't know if this particular spy plot was all that well thought out.
It was
no, I mean they do hint at it because in the first episode, like they see him pull out an orb, and O'Neill's like, "Hey, what's that orb? What's that orb about?" He's like, "Oh, it's nothing. It's totally fine."
Well, O'Neill just kind of like follows him on a hunch to his quarters, and then just kind of being weird about it. Yeah,
he does more or less figure it out pretty quickly. Tells the lady, then they kind of figure out, oh, like no, like this guy jumped into somebody else. Which I guess the implication there is that Gould killed the Tok'ra inside somehow.
Yeah, like the symbiote killed the symbiote inside that lady and took
was just controlling the girl.
Yeah, well, I think
I thought it was very funny because they're like, we have a way to safely remove it. So once again, they found a second person who can safely remove Goulds.
Yes.
Their solution was they just left it in the path of that thing that comes and melts you.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like, well, fuck you.
It's really funny, which I think.
Now that I think about it, why can't more than one ghoul just inherit a body?
Oh, because
Like,
they wrap around the spine. There's not enough room there.
Yeah, not enough
Yeah,
space.
but then you could do the whole Piccolo from DBZ abridged and have the character just have these epic arguments with the other people in his head
Yeah,
while
I don't-
he's
Oh, we will get to that in, I think, season 3. We'll get to that in
Cool.
season 3. But yeah. A fun detail is so after they let go, they go and find their stuff, and the Tok'ra just threw all their stuff into like a random corner somewhere.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah,
like
which-
just like caveman shit. We don't care about it.
The Tok'ra are very good at just like piecing the hell out, right? They're like, "Oh, we're out of here. They found
Yeah.
us. We're out."
It's like, oh, there's someone here. Scram! Out. Pack up all of our props. We gotta go.
Yeah. So actually, this is what I'll bring up. So I guess this is like the real meat and potatoes of this episode, right? Of the two-parter is like the conversation between Carter's dad and the Gould and the Gould's current host.
Yeah, Selmak and Sarush is the host.
Yeah, which I think all of that stuff's really. I was honestly like shocked when she started talking. I just assumed that like that thing was dying on the table and would never actually talk. But then like she actually starts talking, and turns out like they have like a very like well written conversation that makes sense, has a few good jokes in it.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Like real good moments where there's like no, like everything there makes sense.
it was like grumpy old men but more civilized.
Yes.
Yeah. Just two like grumpy old people like talking. They did that pretty well.
Mhm.
All right, so I have here in all caps written down. After Carter's dad wakes up from the transfer, like the transfer happens, he gets the Stelmack in his head, and Stelmack needs like a bit to heal the cancer, fix him up.
Mhm.
After he wakes up, he says, "I have a headache the size of Kuwait." I just have that written in all caps in my notes.
Yeah.
God, good.
Yeah.
See, if Selmek went in through a different hole, he would not have had that problem.
That's true.
No, that's not how that works, Tyler.
Hey, that hasn't been ruled out yet.
Yeah,
I think my theory is perfectly valid.
No.
Listen, this isn't a Stephen King novel, okay? We're not going to get into weird toilet bullshit.
No, we're not. Oh god, now I'm just thinking of.
Yeah, don't think about it. I know what you're thinking.
Think about it. Think about it.
Extended toilet.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So.
All right, so it's your fault.
I mean, so it also cures him of arthritis, which I guess he was like, "Ha ha, no arthritis."
That's pretty funny.
That's
What did
nice.
you do
So-
now?
Was the arthritis all that important that because the enemy's attacking and he couldn't be moved because as Moab or Montoff or what's the dude's name
Martouf?
again? Martouf
Yeah.
said like if we move them they're gonna die. And I was like, wait, so
I mean,
we
that was
couldn't-
just an excuse to add tension, but yeah.
yeah, it's like you couldn't have fixed the arthritis later after you had been moved to safety.
I mean, I would
there's
actually argue that
that.
fixing the arthritis is the first thing you fix, because you'd be like, well, you still got cancer, but now you could run real good, so run the fuck out of here.
By the way, you now have 20/20 vision. You're gonna like reverse age by 15 years. You're gonna get all your hair on top of your head again.
Well, he doesn't get his hair back.
No, but
Yeah, I don't think gold possession reverses male pattern baldness. I'm sorry, Grav.
Yeah.
We're you and I are both
If anything, it
You
might
know.
accelerate it.
there's no cure for it.
I'm-
Cure cancer, you could cure a billion other things, but
Yeah,
male pattern
arthritis.
baldness is just it's always going to be a thing.
yeah.
I assume allergies.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
allergies
not
get fixed. But male pattern baldness, that one's just I'm sorry. Unfortunately, no
Mhm.
drug fixes that.
It's like light. It's one of the constants in the known
Yeah.
universe.
Unfortunately.
Anyway, so they all make it back in time. They get strafed a little bit, only a little bit though.
So why couldn't they have put Carter on a stretcher and just brought him back to the thing like hours ago?
The plot did not allow it. We needed attention.
It has to be as dramatic as possible.
Yeah.
The Tok'ra, very, very dramatic.
Yes. I mean, yes. We've seen this the entire episode. Every time you call them by the wrong race, their eyes glow up and they're like, "We're not Gould."
And
Which I guess I get that. I totally get that. I'm not saying
also,
I don't get that.
And also think back to Jolinar being as melodramatic as possible about her whole thing, when she could have just explained situation and not died. So yeah, no, doing things dramatically is the Tok'ra way.
I mean, if we're being perfectly honest, Jolinar remembered these coordinates. They do a very piss poor job of explaining what the hell Jolinar was doing.
I mean, escaping from the Ashrak. I guess the Ashrak would have followed her back to the base.
Yeah. I guess
she was
but
living
at a certain
among
point, like you wouldn't. I mean, I guess it would be hard to explain to the people at SGC, like, "Hey, I'm actually a good guy. I'll tell you where my home base is, where all the other Tok'ra are, and then we could find me a new host. It's totally cool." Like they would be like, "Yeah, that's trap." I get it.
But Jolinar was kind of acting like an SOB in that episode.
Yeah, Jolinar. Like I will not defend Jolinar was acting like an asshole. Like they were totally in the right to not trust Jolinar.
Yeah.
I just want to say, the Sagan box makes a return at the very end of all this.
Really?
Yeah, because at the very, very end,
that's the box that Daniel gives to what's her face,
Lady in Purple.
Yeah, I just have a bunch of those lying around.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
I almost called my brain almost called her Garshasp, which is a very different thing.
Garshaw.
Yeah,
Garshaw. Yeah.
What if we just call her Garshasp? It's cooler that way.
Yeah, because Garshaw's like, "Hey, when you need to contact us, just throw this through the gate, and we'll know it's you."
Mm-hmm.
But then, how did know like the incoming coordinates? Or I guess you like throw it in, give it like 5 minutes, and then come through after it.
Well, wouldn't they?
I assume it's the same mechanism they used for the Thor's Hammer people.
But also, the Thor's Hammer people were the only ones who had the box before. So when the box came through, they're like, "Oh, this was the one planet we gave the box to. We should go back there."
Well,
maybe this one's got a different signature.
Yeah, like, isn't it like a? It's radioactive.
Iridium is in there. There's like some trace iridium. So they know, hey, this is the box.
Right. So you know, like how you can tell like what quarry a radioactive.
But what I'm saying is, how do they know the coordinates it came from?
The Stargate tells you where it's dialing in from, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
Sure about that?
Yeah.
It's like, because it's like, we're getting a call from PX25Y or whatever.
No, they have no idea until something comes through.
So what you're saying is the writers didn't think this through.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, they could have just said, like, "Here's a dial home device. It's tuned to you, so we know it's you."
I know. They do that eventually. They do get them an ID. It's like, "Hey, here's your code." Selmac, Jacob Carter. We know you. We're tight. We'll give you one of these because Braytak has one. They eventually give one to him.
Yeah, which I get why they wouldn't initially give these people one of them, even though they did more or less just make an alliance with them.
Yep.
But,
all right. Anything else for this episode?
One thing they did establish with the Tok'ra, they don't have like a standing army or anything. They just rely predominantly on spying and espionage.
Yeah.
So they're all like solid snakes.
Or like Agent 4. No, not Agent 47s. They're not that effective.
No. They're just very good at blending in Goa'uld society.
Yeah, they're basically just the rebels to the Empire.
I mean, the rebels actually had like an army and were kick ass,
and they had ships and they had battles and they tried. They actually tried.
Yeah, I mean, these guys did
Alliance.
have weapons, but we don't see any evidence of them having ships. They just seem to have like tunnel building technology.
Yeah, they're infiltrators and spies, and they occasionally do something, but they usually
I'm
don't. We'll find
I'm
out.
sure I'm
Yeah.
sure Earth's government would love the tunnel building technology.
Yeah, it seems useful. We will. You'll be happy to know that we will see the crystals again.
Hooray! The crystals
Crystals.
shall return in Final
Crystals shall
Fantasy
return.
16.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have a few moments with like Teal'c, and now she's just Garshoff to me, so you can't change that.
Garshaw.
Yeah, sure. Where he's like, "Hey, big fan of your work." Like, she's like, "Thanks."
Oh yeah.
It's funny that like he knows about suddenly he knows all about these people.
Yeah, he could have named names before, like done a full debrief of like the legends he had heard.
Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
guess like he did mention that he thought they were legends when Jolnar first showed up, but like I guess he just believes them now. So
Yeah, just like say everything you know that you ever experienced in your life, Teal'c.
Can you just write down shit every day? we'll read it as we go through. Like just spend an hour every day writing some shit you remember.
We'll get you a Tilt journal.
Yeah.
Yeah, have him just keep a diary.
Dear diary, I almost turned into a bug today. Met a cool kid.
Dear diary, I just remembered of a planet that has a kick-ass weapon the Tari might want to know about.
Yeah.
I will not tell them.
Dear diary, my best friend married my wife. Now he's dead.
No.
I choked his ass.
Then my former best friend married my wife. My current best friend killed my former best friend.
I like my new best friend.
My son hates me.
Aw.
So I
Anyway.
cased him and now he likes me again.
You know what? We really haven't gotten into the Indeed territory yet, have we?
Indeed.
No, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
The show hasn't developed its memes fully at this point, but we'll get there. Okay, that's enough of this silliness. So no one has any more thoughts about any
Not
of this?
really.
Nor should we. We will see more in the future.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this two-parter is okay. It's not my favorite of this bunch, but it's not also the worst we've seen
it's
this
fine.
season.
It's just too long.
Yeah,
let's
it
wrap
definitely
up.
could have been condensed into one episode with a much tighter experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did get the lore. We found out that the Tok'ra work kind of like the Trill, as opposed to the Gould, who do not work like the Trill. They're more like body snatchers.
Yeah.
The Trill from Star Trek. People listening will get that. But yeah, so
That just reminds me of Worf and that whole awkward scenario at the end there. Yeah,
that's a different podcast.
it is.
All right.
So-
I need to go ahead and dip out. We'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
So-
I don't want to dip out mid podcast, but y'all are wrapping up anyway.
Yeah, wrap it up.
All right.
I'm wrapping it up. All right, so the next 4 episodes are the mixed bag. Season 2, episode 13 through 16. We have Spirits, Touchstone, The Fifth Race, and A Matter of Time. There are 2.5 good episodes, maybe, from what I remember.
I don't think Spirits is one of them, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But they do introduce a new space rock that we'll need to get to know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
anyway,
looks
So
like
so
one
black
future
holes.
episode.
yeah, the black hole one is, well, spoiler. Spoiler.
I mean,
Jason.
come on.
Spoiler.
It's the whole
Spoiler.
episode.
Wow.
Spoiler.
It happens immediately.
Spoiler.
I actually like that
Okay.
episode, okay?
I like
ruin
it too.
Yeah, that's one of the good ones.
Spoil only the bad
awesome.
ones.
That's a classic episode. Okay, anyway, so that's it for us. I'll find a way to edit this all together. Because
Sportsball podcast.
there's a sports ball podcast. Oh, right. There's this. This is Deep Listens. So, dear listener, this has been Chariots of the Pods, part of the Deep Listens podcast network. The main podcast, Deep Listens, is a video game book club kind of thing, twice a month, starring Gino, M, and Pete. None of us are involved in that, so I don't know. Also, about once a month or so, there's the show Off the Deep End with myself, Chris, Zombie Pie Redacted, and Braden, Arbitrary Water Redacted. We're talking about RPGs, new, old, crusty, crustiest, the role-playing games. There are also some sports podcasts in the Deep Listens network, such as the Amateur Hour with myself, Tyler, and Gino. We're talking about the football, the real football. It's also a basketball podcast. I don't know. There's some Final Fantasy podcasts. There's a ranking of roguelike deck builders. I don't know what they're up to with that. There's all kinds of things to listen to on Deep Listens. So smash that subscribe button on whatever you're listening to this on. Also, there's a Patreon for $1 a month. You get access to the Discord where you can talk to all of us and find out which of us are the good ones and which of us are the assholes. It's a secret until you come to the Discord to find out.
You'll know immediately.
It's all of us.
Oh no.
Spoiler.
But for $3 a month, you get access to the Oji-Sancast tier, where you can listen to the Oji-Sancast podcast, starring Chris, Braden, and Pete, talking about anime from like 20 years ago, back when we were all young and full of life.
Yeah, I believe they're going to be watching Excel Saga soon, which is an anime that only sort of traumatizes me to think about.
I don't know what that is.
It's not a bad anime. It's totally fine.
So yeah, check out Deep Listens and all the other shows on Deep Listens. Listen to us talk about things. You can also listen to me talk about video games or write about video games. I cover games released in the 90s for the 32-bit consoles on my blog, 5thGenGaming.blog, and I stream games at 5th Generation Gaming on Twitch. Does anyone else have plugs?
No I mean, I Twitch stream, even though I haven't Twitch streamed since, May? April?
Like twice a year, once a year you stream on Twitch?
I used to do it a lot more. I might do it more. It's just a case of, like, my weekends have been very busy and I haven't had the chance to anymore, so it's kind of like... But I'll get back to it eventually. You could follow me at twitch.tv/Jatsu84, where I will eventually play Trails in the Sky too. Probably. I don't know.
While doing push-ups.
No. I mean, that's only for charity.
That's only for charity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do not have a Twitch, but if I did, you could come watch me play Milsims all day.
Yeah, you should just do that. You should be a Milsim streamer and just get a bunch of weird Russians in your chat.
All right, can we figure out his Twitch username? Is it just Milsims247 or like? Is that already taken?
To be determined at a later date.
Oops, all Milson. Was it Milsons? I can't even understand.
Milsims. Yes, Milsims, not MILF Sims. So that's something different.
Oops, all MILF Sims. You gotta have to have a hot tub for that one.
Waifu Sims.
No, that's when the real sickos show up.
Yeah, no, just become a gotcha streamer. That's what you should do.
That's true.
Do that. Anyway, so that's it for us.
Forward to my Nikkei polls.
Nikkei. Yeah, your Nikkei polls streams.
Are you a fan of posteriors?
Don't answer that as your lawyer, Tyler. I'm telling you, do not answer that.
Tyler, you need to answer this. You don't have a right to remain silent as a police officer. If you do not answer this, you lose your job, even though you're not a police officer.
So there's a joke there that I'm not going to say online, but
good.
Anyways,
okay.
Anyway, that's been the show. This is collapsing all around us. We will see you next time. Goodbye, Internet.